And ladies and gentlemen, we are live. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Shop Talk, YouTube's premier off-the-clock appliance repair talk for off-the-clock appliance repair techs. I'm your host with the most, Brother B, and you can be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me, and I appreciate it. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we got a special guest in the building. We got TMM alumni all the way from the great state of Michigan, my brother. We're not gonna, brother, Dejuan.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna give you the intro, but let me get some news out the way, okay? Is that okay with you, Brother Dejuan?
That's good. That's good. Let's get it. Let's do it.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we got Brother Dejuan in the building, but ladies and gentlemen, let's take this time real quick to get some news out the way. Please go over to tmmacademics.com, where we host virtual workshops weekly. I'd like to take this time and give a special shout out to some TMM alumni that always show up and are always there. Brother Fortunas, Brother Ed, Brother Laurent, Laser Appliance, DW, Adrian Crusoe, Michael Campbell, and whoever else that I forget. And I'm just going off the top of my head. Also, let's take this time to inform you guys we're 2 weeks behind on our LG linear compressor removal course that we're about to release due to one of the participating members called COVID. So we had to be 2 weeks behind schedule. Forgive us. We're
please recover quick, man.
Yes. Also, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow, tune in. We got a special but a special business talk. Brother Art Bailey last week, I tried to have him on the show, human resource manager for 30 plus years, but the feed was cut short due to the inclement weather. And then the hurricane came, so every time that the rain is horrible in South Florida, my internet always crashes. I'm sorry, guys. It's the lay of the land. But with all that out the way, all that garbage out the way, I'd like to take this time and welcome my brother from another mother, hailing from the great state of Michigan. Brother Dejuan is in the building. Brother D, tell the people about yourself, sir. Welcome to the show.
What's up, man? I'm a TMM alum. I run a Midwest Marketplace in Michigan, all Tri-County area, Macomb, Wayne, Oakland County. I'm out here, get it in. Always willing to learn, always willing to teach anything I know. I'm on it.
Brother Dejuan, listen, I want to let you know, thank you for being on the show this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, Brother Dejuan took this interview in less than an hour. I said, yo, bro, I need a shop talk guest, and I haven't had one in a while. Jump on here with me. And my brother said, no problem. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is his first time on the show. So let's hit the smash button for this brother, because he's actually on the job. Do I got that correct, sir?
Yeah, my main job, but yeah, but I'm trying to switch that around so that so the appliance repair does it all. But you know, I'm at where I swam. So, but you know.
Now tell me what it is that you do at your main job now.
I work at an auto factory, so basically I do inspection. So I make sure all the vehicles that come out of here, brand new vehicles, they come out, they don't have any squeaks, rattles, shakes, any electrical issues. So I take it through its paces and make sure it's 100% when it leaves the door.
So basically, you like quality management, quality control.
Quality control, not management, but yeah.
Now, I take it that you, and I know I don't want to put the company out there unless you feel like it, but you work for like a big organization, a very big organization.
Yeah.
So to be quality control from that, I'm assuming you make like a nice penny, correct? Like, I don't want you to put your number out there, but you're definitely not hungry, right?
No, I'm not hungry, but you know, it's you know, I was running into a couple of issues when I was not to get ahead of myself, but yeah, I was running into some issues because, you know, I'm used to working a job and I've been here for like 20 years. But during the COVID, they shut everything down. So my job, my main job was shut down, and we were able to do the unemployment thing, and then I was able to see how it felt to do full steam to appliance repair, and I got the feel of that. And now that I came back to work, it's hard to adjust.
Now let me ask you something, brother. How the hell, right? Because I'm assuming you're doing well for yourself. But how the hell did you find out about appliance repair? How the hell does that even come across your radar?
So how it all started was I was tuning into I was tuning into JT Hustle's channel.
Okay,
And
shout
JT
out
Hustle,
to the brother.
he was doing appliance. He was doing he was talking about the courier business.
Okay.
Then one day he told me about the appliance repair. He was interviewing Mike appliance cam. And when Mike was saying, you know, he was showing you how to fix appliances here and there. He was showing you how to fix them on the channel. So, you know, it was all fine and good. I had no interest in doing it. But then what actually came to my mind is I've been looking for something to do, a business card or side hustle or something else to do for like 5 or 7 years. I realized that there's a lot of people out here with a lot more free time, a lot more freedom. They make a lot of money. They have a lot more. It's not even always about the money. It's about freedom and flexibility to do what they want to do, vacation when they want, do those type of things. I knew that was out there. I've tried several things. So with Mike, you know, like a lot of times people turn you off to things when they say, I'm ready to get you all the Lamborghinis, the women, and the big house, and I'm going to make you a millionaire tomorrow type thing. Well, what Mike told me was show you how to make $100 just ringing doorbells, knocking on doors. You know, as soon as a woman, they send you to a house, the person owes you $100 before you take your tool bag off, which is the deductible. I'm like, wow, that's dope. You know what I'm saying? So that got me interested. So I went down, I found out about it, and I jumped into it both feet in. That's how I found out about it. And then how I got linked up with you is, you know, I saw some of your chat.
Hold on. That's good though. No. That's a dope. That's a
I'm
dope.
telling the whole story. I'm telling the whole story, everything. Okay, go ahead.
I love it. But the way I like to narrate my stories, man, I like to, you know, chronologically paint the whole picture. So
okay.
Now you're learning about appliance repair. You apparently
right.
The flexibility is what sparked your interest, because I'm assuming that you know, I made an incorrect assumption, you know, because my story was I started on the assembly line too, but it definitely wasn't a lucrative. It was almost minimum wage one. But I say all that to say this. When I found out about this, it was opposite for me. I was making nothing, and now I was gonna start. You know, I was hearing the success stories, so now I make a lot. So hold on one second, because I got my dog. Let me take him outside. Forgive me.
All right.
Apologies. All right. You know, Matt, he's always in the videos. Anyway, so with me, like I wasn't making a lot, and I needed to make more. And with me, it wasn't about flexibility. With me, it was a profit gain. Well, you know, gain of salary. So you now find this interest and this passion and this curiosity about appliance repair, and you want to get into it. You mentioned that you saw JT Hustles, that brother, and then you went and you found out about Mike from the boot camp. Okay, so you attend the boot camp.
Right.
And then you get into appliance repair.
Right. So yeah, that's pretty much how it went. It's like, go ahead. So basically, I went down there.
No. Tell me about your first experiences with appliances. Now you're actually all this interest and this curiosity that you had about this career or this opportunity. Now you're in it. I'm assuming you paid a dollar amount to attend the course. You flew down there,
Right.
went back to
Right.
Michigan, and you're starting to do appliances. How's that from what you do, quality control? How's that lifestyle change?
Just to take a step back. So basically, what got me down there was, was like I was telling you before, everybody trying to show you a new thing that they're trying to teach you. They're teaching you about. They're telling you that you about to get all these wealthy. You about to be wealthy within the next week or month or however the case would be. It's unrealistic stuff. So what Mike told me was, well, in the video he was saying that I can show you how to make $100 just ringing doorbells. And I'm like, dang, if I do 2 of them a day, that's 5 days a week before I go to work. That's $1,000 a day. I mean, a week that I haven't even, what I'm saying? And I can still go to my job, no sweat.
Yeah.
So that's what got me down there. So once I got down there, I realized that, that's just part of it. The other part of it is that fact that you're going to get the rest of your money from the warranty company. I didn't even know that happened. So I'm the kind of person, I ask a lot of questions. I'm that person. So when I got down there, I ended up, I asked Mike a lot of questions. And when I got home, he was like, he didn't know if it was going to be successful or not. Neither one of them did, him or JT. But what happened was, I called back asking a lot of questions because, a lot of people, there's a lot of little loopholes to the stuff. Like, for example, some slippery slopes, like getting insurance. Getting insurance is really weird when you're trying to start a business off.
Yeah.
So I had to get coached on trying to find insurance, because I'm thinking my regular car insurance that I deal with and been dealing with for 20 years, they just go ahead and give me business insurance, and that wasn't the case. They were like, dog, unless you've been in business for 2 years, we don't want to have anything to do with you at all. And they just gave me the true flip on it. So
Really?
I asked a lot of questions. I learned about it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. There was a lot of stuff that I did not know. And then how to sign up for the warranty companies. I mean, sometimes some of them are a little more straightforward than others. Some of them, they give you a lot more, crazy stuff. They want crazy insurance requirements and things of that nature too. But, so I had to learn about that part of it. But the actual work part wasn't that bad. It's just, so, and it was like I said, it was something I can do. Like if I did like a couple of jobs per day before I go to work, like I said, if I start my day off at like 10 o'clock in the morning, I'll do it one at 10, do one at noon. I got a couple of jobs out the way, and sometimes it would pay like $500 a day before you even go to work. And that's really good money, before you even have to go to a job. And it was addictive. So.
Okay. So now tell me, you went, they call that moonlighting.
Okay. Right.
It's basically like if you got a 9 to 5 and then like from 6 to 9, you run 1 or 2 calls.
Right. Right.
So you basically got the 9 to 5 and you're doing a little moonlighting on the side with appliance repair, right?
Correct.
Okay. But now you're learning all this business information, all this nuances, your insurance for your automobile, your business license, how to sign up with warranties, all these different small things that business owners got to deal with. And you're learning the business of the repair of appliances, where you fix washers, dryers, refrigerators, all that, right?
Right.
So tell me about like your first jobs, how they went. When did you know, like, okay, I could do this?
Oh man, I remember one of my first jobs. It was crazy. I was fixing somebody's. I fixed a customer's. It was a dishwasher. It was like an old dishwasher. So the dishwasher wasn't getting water to it. So I did my diagnosis and everything like that, and for some reason, the I think I ended up ordering a water inlet valve for it or whatever the case may be. So I got everything unscrewed and everything like that, and I swear it took me like 3 hours to get the out, to get the part out, to take everything apart, everything like that. I was there for like 3 hours, I swear. And I heard the customer in the other room snoring. They were waiting for me for so long because I was trying my hardest. figured out for the life of me how to get some of the stuff off of there, how to get the water inlet valve off, and I ordered another water inlet valve for the dishwasher, and I didn't really. It's an older dishwasher, of course, and it had one of those what do you call that? The water inlet valve. It had like the cap on it, and I was looking for like the exposed connections or whatever the case may be. I thought the thing was bad. They sent me a wrong part. I was so frustrated. Got back home. I had to apologize to the customer after being there all that time, trying to get everything out of there, whatever the case may be. And then got home, got so frustrated, had a part in the box. Threw the box on the table, pissed. I'm hot. Threw the box on the table, the little cap thing comes off. So I ended up having to double back the next day or so to put the part back on there. Everything was good. But it was the process took so long. Sometimes when you take that, when you first starting off, you take off way too much stuff that you need to take off. So I got the front part of the door off. It was just how you can practice it in class, but then when you get out there in the field and it's not exactly what you worked on in class, you kind of like psych yourself out. I did that. I did all of that.
You ever work on the washing machine called the Whirlpool Direct Drive? That's the one that has the little pump in the front on the bottom by the motor.
I just zipped off and zipped on working on my phone or something.
No, it's all good. Yeah. You ever do that Whirlpool washer that has that pump in the bottom by the motor? That it has the little 2 clips, and when you take the 2 clips off, the pump comes off. It's the direct drive.
Yeah.
The one that has the
yeah
and all that. All right. How long you think it would take you to replace that drain pump now in your professional career?
Oh, shit, probably about 10, 15 minutes, if that.
That was my first job.
That
was my first job. And you know how long it took me?
How long it take you?
About 3-4 hours. And I flooded, I kind of flooded the room too, because I disconnected the tub to pump hose. Because you know how it has like that little bit of water in the bottom? And I didn't know that. It was that much. And here I come. I was a disaster.
Yeah.
So don't feel bad. And your story and mine gives the guy or gal in our position just starting out hope that like your first job may not be a home run. You may go through, some obstacles, but you kept on persevering, and that's what's important. So now keep going. You start getting your groove. You're doing appliance repair. Tell me how the money supplements your income. Are you starting to see growth, potential gains in appliance repair from a financial aspect? You don't got to put the numbers out there, but are you starting to see some money?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you, brother.
Oh, okay. So basically, you add an extra you actually add a couple thousand a week to your situation. Not even really missing too much sleep or anything like that. But if you run two runs a day, 2 runs a day, and like I said, if they're paying you like $250 a piece or whatever, especially you talking about warranty work, you adding about a couple thousand. So you add about a couple thousand to your situation a week, but then on top of that, it's like all the different benefits of writing things off on your taxes and writing your miles off and all that good stuff like that. All that adds up. So yeah, it definitely, you know what I'm saying?
You said a couple thousand a week. Bro. It's dudes that don't make not 1,000 a week, let alone a couple of them. You know what I'm saying? So okay, so appliance repair is going good. You're moonlighting. You're doing your quality control that you're 9 to 5. So right now, let's just say that finances you're in good shape. But let's fast forward a little bit. Now you get into to me, Brother B.
Right.
I'll let you tell the story. How did it happen on your end?
So I ended up I was when you're watching other related videos, your videos popped up in YouTube. and I was watching you. You were talking about I've heard a few people when I was doing the jobs or whatever. I was trying to, I heard people say seal system, seal system. And I was watching some of your videos, and then you were talking about appliance repair and things like that. And then you put it out there about how you can make, anywhere between $700 to about $1,000 per or better per job doing seal systems. And I'm like, oh man. I mean, this just add another feather to my hat. And I'm like, well, if I can do like 1 or 2 seal systems before I go to work, you know what I'm saying? I'd have made $1,400 to $2,000, in a day. I don't have to do it every day. I don't have to be greedy. I can just pretty much put it up, set it up, invest it, do whatever you have to do. And I'm like, wow, this is what's going on. And the funniest thing, man, I always remember this, man. I mean, I guess it goes to your character and everything like that, but it was just more or less like, I reached out to you. I called a number, and your number is your business number. And it had the music and all that going, and it sounded real, like you were calling a corporation. So
well, technically it is. Technically,
so
it
I got. Yeah, well, it sounds like huge, like you calling, like Walmart or something like that. You got the elevator music, you got the, so I call and I get in contact with you, whatever. I'm telling you, I'm like, man, I need to get down with this. And then you like, and at this point, you like, don't you want to know what's going on, or I just want to let you know my integrity and blah blah blah, this, that, and third. And you're like, I want to let you know what you're getting. And I'm like, no, let me know, send me the PayPal. Let's get it. I'm ready to go. You're like, no, wait a minute. Let me tell you all of how I go, how I do this, that, and third. I'm like, man, if all of what you said on the videos is right and everything is going, sign me up. And I'm bringing somebody with me.
Yeah.
So,
well, but wait. Let me at least tell the people what I'm telling you, so they don't think I'm backing out of my offer, nothing. But nah, basically you're right, Brother Dejuan. You're absolutely right. And it wasn't that. What it was is that I was very clear that, man, I only got 4 days. 4 days. It's a 4-day workshop, and I gotta get you in there and teach you sealed system, which is not to be confused with refrigerator repair. That's another thing in itself. This is just the sealed system aspect of it. You understand? So when you call me, brother, look, thank you for your interest, and but I just want to be clear that, look, this is exactly what we're going through, like replacing compressors, swapping them out, learning how to vacuum, learning how to pressurize systems, all that. So yeah, I forgot I had told you that. A lot of people, I think, I scared away from signing up because I was like, look, this is how intense and in-depth it is, but honesty is the best policy.
It is.
So your son,
so yeah, like
you fly out to Miami in the winter. It's cold as hell in Michigan now. You come out in short and tank tops and shorts and stuff.
Right. Yeah, so we get down there, and like I said, it kind of had me bugged because that I'm like, well, the place where we had it at, I was like, damn, this is a spot, because like where I'm from, our stuff don't look like that. Like our the what you call it, the flea market don't look like that. So
Wow.
I'm looking like I'm watching some of these little action flicks. I'm like, this is where people get kidnapped at. They take the, you know what I'm saying? Like, but when I when you explain everything to me, like, man, look, the reason why is because this is the reason it made sense. But once I saw you, I know we good.
Let me tell you. Let me explain myself to those who aren't privy. 2 things to that, Brother Dejuan. Number 1, you're right, man. When my brother Rick and I, you see, at this time, Rick kind of was like on board with me, but he kind of was like, "You sure you're gonna have a course? And you sure?" And I was like, "Bro, I'm telling you, guys are gonna fly out here, and we gotta get this thing going." And he was more like, "All right, well, just set it up." So, brother, I went to like every banquet hall, rental place, every facility I could go to, and everybody was like, "Well, how long it's gonna be?" I was like, "I just need 4 days." And they were like, "All right, cool. What you doing?" I'm like, I'm teaching refrigeration. And they're like, all right, but what? I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have refrigerators up here. You know, I'm gonna be removing compressors, stuff like that. And when they started asking me like about torches and like, oh, you're gonna, you know, when I started telling them like what it entailed, they were like, nah, can't have, you know, that kind of stuff there. So no one really wanted to rent out to me for the time that I wanted, and because I was using like, you know, flammable stuff. But shout out to the flea market because
Yeah, yeah. That was a
whoever.
good spot.
And hey, let's be clear, man. I mean, views was nice, man. It was a lot of lovely folks that worked at that place, man.
Man, it was just so much. It was so much culture there anyway. I mean, from the food to the I mean, it was the food. They had I guess the clothes or whatever. If that's what you get down with, you buy animals there. It was just like it was wild,
Facts.
like but it was real cool. I mean, it kind of started to feel like home, like a second place, second home, as I was down there, because I'm down there for a whole different mission.
Yeah,
So
but you know what? And in them same kind of places is where you find deals because during our breaks, when we used to have breaks during class, we used to go to like, the tool section in the flea
yeah,
market.
you
And
helped me out.
I always tell dudes, listen, steel system, it's expensive, the equipment. But like if you go to your local flea market, like you know, find stuff relatively inexpensive. And we have found, what did we find for you? A vacuum pump?
On the vacuum, a
How much you
vacuum.
pay for the vacuum pump?
I can't remember off top. I know you told me it was a stupid, crazy deal. It was out cold. And then I
I
also
think
got
the torches. I think you paid like 100 for the torches.
but the tripped out part about it is I had to fly back home, so I had to get all
Empty.
yeah, I'd empty them boys out.
Mhm.
But the
Yeah, you can't
torches had
travel
like
with.
yeah. So I remember because one of the last days I was trying to ship it back a couple days before I left. And I remember walking into the post office with the tanks and all that stuff, like with my torches and stuff, with the tank connected to it. Man, everybody's eyes was like 6 times big, looking like I was like the Unabomber or something. Trying to ship that back to the crib. They they asked me like 13 times, "Is it empty? Is it empty, sir? Are you They were just trying to check my temperature. Like, what's going on?" I'm like, "I'm just trying to ship this back home, bro." And they charged me a mint to send that back home, but it was a good deal though.
Yeah, because
I
I
guess I got that.
remember when you buy them on Amazon too, you still gonna pay a grip for them, but you bought not only the tank, but you bought the regulators, the torch kit, and the
Yep,
holder with the striker. That's
yep,
like a
yep.
$300-400 whole setup.
Yeah.
And you bought it
And
for
I don't
relatively
think I paid 200.
expensive. You know what I'm saying?
I
So,
don't think it was 200, but for just the torch, I don't even think it was 200.
man, whatever
I think
it
it was really,
was a
yeah,
great deal, that's for sure.
yeah.
So
Like,
you come to the steel system. You learn down there with us. Now I'm gonna tell you something. You was generation one, and you taught us a lot. You taught us the inept.
okay.
You taught us how inept we were prepared to handle new students, Rick and I. And let me tell you what we saw. We saw that we needed to have like some sort of a prerequisite of refrigerator knowledge before entering sealed system, because we were
Uh-huh.
throwing so many terms out there, the relay, the capacitor, 3-in-1. Remember, we showed you how to like hook up a 3-in-1 to the compressor, stuff like that. Brother, I hope I ain't interfering your job. You need to handle anything? We
No,
could
no,
we
no.
for a second
No,
or
I
two.
thought it was his truck. He good.
Yeah, don't worry. Tell them
He
that
good.
in 2 weeks we're gonna be doing seal system. But anyway,
For sure, for sure.
you took the class and you taught us, like, we need to have like a refrigerator repair class too, to prep for the sealed system. And we learned
Okay.
a lot from you and you learned a lot from us. So just know that we got the facility coming up
Mm.
now, and it'll be permanently fixed. And brother, for you believing in us, you, Carl, Q, and whoever else was part of the first.
Shout out to Q and Carl. Shout out to Brother Rick and you, both of you, all you guys. Shout out to everyone.
Y'all.
That's what's up.
Yeah, man. Nah, you always got a home here, no matter what we do. Limited, but yeah, now the facility is right around the corner, and I invite you to come retake the course. Now, explain to me. I'm confused, and I like to keep my channel authentic. So you took the class, but then you went back to Michigan, and you started doing appliance repair because you would call me a lot and ask for help. I will help you out, but what is the delay in the seal system? What's taking so long? If I mean, and I don't mean that disrespectful.
No, it's okay. None taken. I'm honest. So basically, what it was just kind of got sidetracked. So basically, what I did was I got a refrigerator from one of my customers that I had. I did a barter for a refrigerator. A customer wanted me to come look at their they had rental property. They had a cooktop. Oh no, they had a electric stove, and they were saying that it wasn't heated. The tenant was saying it wasn't heated. Come to find out, the one of the eyes was just unplugged. It wasn't, connected or whatever the case may be. So they was like, okay, well, I got this refrigerator down there. I said, okay, well, how about I do this? How about I trade you for this refrigerator that you said is not working for the, for the repair? And they were cool. So I got the refrigerator home. I found out that it needed a relay, and then, like I said, in the midst of all that, I took I took my torches and all of that good stuff, took all the freon out and all that good stuff, and then I ended up taking the service, I think the service valve or something. I think I took the service valve off of the refrigerator. I didn't put it back on, so it's probably been in my garage with the elements or whatever the case may be. So I realized when I went to get some of my material that for my seal system to even get, like I needed like I want to say I needed my tanks filled. I think I needed a thing of Creon. You kind of helped me out with that, all that good stuff. I don't want to say too much, but you helped me out with that. And then I realized that I needed to get my license. So the last, like a couple months ago, I ended up going online and getting my license to do it. But
congratulations.
Thank you. And I ended up with the COVID and all that stuff, I got really busy with the appliance repair. So I really wasn't putting a lot of time into doing the seal systems, and I didn't want to practice on the customer's house. And I didn't have time to find another slave refrigerator. So I kind of put it on the back burner, but I still have my license and all of that good stuff. So, and I wanted to get a little bit more hands-on time, to really do it. I have a really good general idea. Like I said, I just passed on my license and all that, but I need a little bit more of doing it in practice. You follow what I'm saying?
I do.
So that's why I haven't actually done them myself. I have quite a few people who asked me to do it. And I'm like, that's pretty much where it's been at. So I just want to probably get my hands on a couple of refrigerators. One of my coworkers just put me up on the place where they recycle them at. So I might shoot over there and try to see if I can grab me a couple of them they haven't raped and pillaged yet. So even if it don't have any doors on it or anything, but just to get it in.
Brother, fortunately for you, you home team, and you believed in us when a lot of cats probably not didn't, but were a little on the fence. And for that, I'm always gonna have your back. But Rick and I are about to release we're working on a project on how to replace the LG linear compressor once and for all. It's like a step-by-step tutorial, high definition, professional, recorded. When I get that all bundled up, I'm gonna give that to you. Brother, you gotta get on your seal system game, man. It's no excuse. I hate to put you on the spot like that, but it's only because I love you, and bro, the money you missing out, man. And let me tell you something, man. You're gonna be successful. You know why? Because you make sacrifices for your education. I did too, bro. I sold the PlayStation. I sold the TVs on my wall just to buy knowledge to get into appliance repair. So I made sacrifices when I first started, and look where it brought me. And the sacrifices you making, the game is gonna support you, but you gotta like cross that threshold, man. And how much tools are you missing now for your seal system?
I don't think I'm missing anything because I have my torches, I have my recovery can, I have
Vacuum pump,
my pump. I got a vacuum pump. I have a scale. I mean, I went to the store and bought all kind of stuff. I just
recovery
had that
machine, recovery cylinder.
Yep, recovery cylinder. I got
You got your
134A.
gauges, manifold.
I got 2 sets of gauges, manifolds, everything.
Yeah,
I can
bro.
send you a picture of everything, but you probably be asleep by the time I get to the crib.
No. I believe you, bro. You ready though? Okay, so what's the game plan now? How we gonna get in? How we gonna make this transition? Cause you wanted to come ride with me. You said you had told me, right? What's the deal with that? What you want to do?
Yeah. Waiting on a response from you. Basically, I was saying that I just got back to work and with the COVID, I wasn't able to use any of my vacation time. So I have vacation time at my job. I can put my business on autopilot. I have somebody that works for me already. So I can come down. I'm just waiting for the green light to come down here and just get
When
hands
is
on
the
with it.
coldest week in Michigan? When is the coldest week?
Michigan, man, you wait 5 minutes, the weather will change, bro. It might be 80. It might be 8. Like earlier this week, it was like down in the 70s, Monday and Tuesday, and then now it's like in the 50s and 40s. So you wait 5 minutes in Michigan, it'll change.
The reason
But
I ask is because I'm trying to line you up that when it's the most unfavorable out there, you can spend your time out here with a little warm. I was just trying to line you up, but basically you got a green light whenever you want, bro. Come out here, man. Come out here, and you get
okay,
double
all
with
right.
me because I'll give you the hands-on stuff I do during the days. I'll line up whatever systems I got for when you come up here, and then at night we'll make you double back to the training facility with Rick, where he teaches at. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so everything's agreed. Yeah, I definitely I need to burn some of this vacation time up and make it useful. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm definitely down.
Yeah,
So
for sure, for sure.
I
All
should
right,
look
so
up some.
now let's keep the story going. So you took the boot camp, you did the moonlighting, you came to Miami, you got the system, you got the tools, you're all lined up. Now, what's your regular work day like? You do what? How does your setup work, if you don't mind me asking?
So basically, I get off work at I gotta be at work at 4:30 in the afternoon, and I get off at 3 o'clock in the morning. So go home, go to sleep, go probably wake up, get the breakfast in, try to do a little something, get my life together. Then I'll probably get my first appointment at about 11 or 12 o'clock in the afternoon, and
Okay.
then I usually try to leave a gap in between. So I do 1 at 12, and I might do 1 at 1 or 2 o'clock, depending on whatever I have to do. If I have to just go back and put parts on, or whether I have to, it's a cash job, just depending on what it is. So I usually can handle about 1, 2, 3 a day, depending on what's going on, what I got going on. I have another guy working for me already, so he picks up a lot of slack. So when it kind of got slow for me, I would send him what I had, to keep him on point. That's he'll run through a brick wall for me. So that's that work. Try to keep him fed. So
Well, I'm proud of you.
yeah. So, but I need to definitely expand. So and reach out and get different things going. And like I said, if I can get this down and get this together, and I'm able to do that, I can actually just do most of the seal systems myself, or and get people up under me, and then the other stuff to my other guy. You know what I'm saying? Till he get comfortable. So. But the whole
Bro,
key to
let
do
me
it,
ask you a question, bro. Let me ask you a question. When you go, because you've called me on jobs that you'd be like, yo, brother
one more
B, I'm on a Sub-Zero. Like, you've been to these big boys. How much you think in your area, you can get from one of them seal systems in your area?
If it's like a Sub-Zero or a Viking or something, I probably can do about 1,000 to 1,200 for that boy, just depending on what it
That's
is. Yeah,
the labor, built in.
yeah, I think so. Yeah, just depend. I haven't really had that hell of a conversation with them like that with the warranty company. But like I said, what I'm learning is that the warranty companies are very desperate. So I think a lot of them would pay whatever just to get that, because at the end of the day, the warranty company just wants to pay that fee every month and never cancel their contract. So if they gotta cash me out $1,000 and they're gonna make, a few $1,000s off that person back on the back end, and they don't care. Especially if they're paying $100, $200 a month or whatever to the warranty company, they don't care.
So now, how long you been doing this whole appliance repair thing?
Going on 2 years.
For the guy or gal that's just curious right now and listening to our interview, and got 1 foot in, 1 foot out, because I was there one time and I was working that factory line like and it had my interest, but I had to check out everything. I had to watch every video, study every interview, and see like is this appliance repair thing authentic or not. So speak to the guy or gal that's in that position right now in their job, that's considering entering in this and that. What do you recommend? What are some things they need that you wish you could have changed? What's some pitfalls that new owners may encounter? Somebody where you're at in your stage of life, what would you tell the two-year previous version of yourself?
I probably would have just told myself to just put yourself out there as far as practicing on your own stuff, because I always have my own appliances and I own my own house or whatever the case may be. And like some of the stuff you see on the side of the road or whatever the case may be, grab it, practice on it when you get back to the house or whatever. Because and also just be honest with yourself. Like I was okay with fixing stuff. I wasn't really interested too much in it, but it was just more or less about the monetary side of it for me, because like I said, I make pretty good money at my job. Like if I actually put the effort in and was at work quite a bit, I can make 6 figures plus in my job. But the flip side of it is that to make 6 figures, I got to pretty much live in here. And I'm not trying to miss out on all these different functions, being able to go here and there, just to make that type of money. Because I've been there before and missed everything. But to do this type of work, just be comfortable with yourself and be okay with not knowing. Like say for example, if it's something that you're not really familiar with, instead of getting frustrated and giving up, it's okay to be wrong, or it's okay to, like the guy got working for me or whatever the case may be. Sometimes he takes the whole world apart just to get to one simple part that's just right there. It's okay. As long as you remember how to put it back together, or how to, I always say take pictures of stuff when you're taking stuff apart so you can remember how it looked when it went back together, because don't be afraid of that. Don't be like, okay, well, I look like an idiot doing that or this and the other. And don't be afraid to ask questions. I suggest to try to do warranty work when you first get started, because it's like another layer of people having your back. So hypothetically, what if you get to somebody's house and you're not able to, you're working on somebody's washing machine, right? And the washing machine, no matter everything that you threw at it, it's just not working. It's just not going to come back together. It's going to, it's always going to leak out the bottom of it. It's always going to be something. The lights are not going to work. Front loader is just, 1,000 pieces or whatever the case may be. So you got a warranty, the warranty company, you say, all right, well, look, I'm trying, I can't get this thing together. I put everything I can get into it. But in my professional opinion, I don't think that this thing is worth the repair.
You condemn
the warranty company has enough money back in to go ahead and replace it.
Yeah.
The customer, sometimes most customers want their stuff replaced anyway. It's not always the best practice to do it, but if you get into trouble like that, until you get really comfortable, I think the warranty companies are a decent way to go. Like you can make your money, you know what I'm saying? You're not gonna make as much as you're doing on cash, but at least you're able to get comfortable, and you don't have to really, somebody screaming and hollering at you. And another thing, when people, because I told my guy this too before, is that when customers, they feed in on your body language. Now, if you had that oh shit moment, or oh my God, what the fuck, I don't know what I'm doing. It's like blood in the water. They're gonna stop over your shoulder. They're gonna look. They're gonna make crazy comments to you. grab your tools and all of that stuff like that, you're gonna have those issues. But you know, if you have like the warranty company, they're gonna smooth the customer over, whatever the case may be, maybe send another tech out if need be, or whatever the case may be. But if you have a cash call and you collect it, I've been behind some people before where the customers paid $700 to $900 for that the ice maker isn't working. And you know, and then like Brother B say, live by the gun, die by the gun. I go behind this person. They done replaced the ice maker. They replaced water lines. They replaced all this stuff for $900. Ice maker's still not working. I go in there and I pull back the panel and I see it's filled with ice. You know, everything's iced over. I get rid of the ice behind there. Now everything's working perfectly. You know what I'm saying? I just, you know, I charge you $150, $175. We're good to go. They're singing your praises. You know what I'm saying? So you run into those type of situations. I got another funny story. It's crazy. So I went to this same customer's house who had that refrigerator with the ice maker. They were singing my praises. So I always tell my customers, another thing you always got to remember with your customers is that when you have customers, everybody's your friend at first. Everybody loves you. They love you, this, that, and the other, but it changes in a drop of a dime. They can either can't stand you 1 minute and then you do something, you know, and they feel is remarkable or whatever, and they change their opinion of you, and they also go the other way. They can have an opinion on you, right? So this older couple had to be in their like 80s, 70s or 80s. They called me over here. This other guy, he referred you to me, and he spent about $700-800 on my ice maker, still doesn't work. And I did the clear the ice off of there, right? Off the back. I mean, the ice maker's working perfectly, right? It was just ice buildup. So singing my praise, oh, well, my dishwasher, I need you to come make another appointment to come and fix my dishwasher. My dishwasher is leaking or something, they said, or whatever the case may be, or it needs to be cleaned up, something of that nature. So I'm like, okay, I'm kind of busy, but okay, I can probably just call me. It's like the weekend, Friday night, last call of the day. I said, well, just call me back Monday and I'll set something up. So I sent my guy over there. He says, okay, well, it's leaking. So he went, cleaned out the little drain holes and all that good stuff. No problem. It's dishwasher. Okay, cool. So he said he found toothpicks and all that good stuff in there or whatever, the dishwasher. I mean, the dishwasher line. So I get a call back after my tech leaves. He's like, the customer's like, oh my God, my dishwasher's leaking worse than it was before when you guys got here. I'm like, what? So I called my guy. I said, well, did you test everything? He's like, yeah, I tested everything. This, that, and the third. I said, okay, well, ma'am, you know, just.
Oh, what's going on now?
Brother B?
Yeah.
So I told him, I said, just don't use the dishwasher.
The story was going amazing. The guy found toothpaste. The lady's calling you like, the water's all over the place. You're calling your guy.
Right. She's like, the water, she said, it's leaking. She says, it's leaking worse than it was before when you got here. And I'm like, so I called my guy. My guy is like 30 minutes away. And he's like, I'm in traffic, you know, this and the other. I'm like, okay, well, look, well, I thought about all this. I'm nowhere around either, but I said, well, ma'am, just don't use the dishwasher. I'll come by tomorrow. I'll take a look at it, this and the other. Then she hangs up, calls me back. No, oh my God, it's like the River Nile over here. You got to get over here now. It's leaking really, really bad. So the dishwasher's leaking bad. I said, usually if you turn it off, it'll stop. It's not really, you know what I'm saying? Unless it's like the water inlet valve or something like that. So, all right. So I rush over there. Now I'm back in business mode. So rush over there. And I come to the door. And I guess they got their little nephew or something. He's probably in his 50s or something like that. He's a little egghead guy. He knows everything or whatever, right? So when I walk in the door, I'm like, okay, well, what's going on? I'm ready to see like a flooded kitchen or whatever. I'm ready. You know, I'm in like panic mode. So the first thing the lady does, she goes over to the sink, turns the sink on, and it's water leaking from the garbage disposal. I'm like, ma'am, I had nothing to do with your garbage disposal, man. Well, that's what we wanted to fix. I said, ma'am, you said the dishwasher. Yeah, well, you fix the dishwasher, this, that, and the other. Well, why is my garbage disposal all of a sudden leaking? I said, ma'am, the garbage disposal must have already been leaking, ma'am, because you have a bowl down here under the garbage disposal, and you have like a piece of cardboard under there that's folded up. It looks like the letter U. You know what I'm saying? A little piece of wood down there. So this thing has been leaking this whole time. But I had nothing to do with your garbage disposal. So then the little egghead guy, he's down there like, well, you know, is it possible that you could have your technician He could have just twisted it, just another. Oh, I'm like, no, it's no way that he could have twisted the garbage disposal because it's a down pipe on here. It's a drain pipe, and it's connected to your plumbing. So if he twisted the garbage disposal and did all of what you're trying to say, like spinning it around like a carousel or something, all of your pipes would be busted. All it needs is it just needs putty around the bottom of the dishwasher. I mean, right where at the sink. You need plumber's putty. This is a plumber's job. So she's like, "Do you know a plumber? Well, can you do it?" I said, "No, ma'am, because of liability reasons, I can't walk down that road." So finally, I got out of there, or whatever the case may be. And the guy, because he's trying to come up with every scenario how it could be my fault. He's like, "Well, is it possible to I'm like, no. So, like I said, that's just one example of how people can love you one minute and then just have a whole different perception. It has nothing to do with you.
Nah, appliance repair, you gotta have two things: thick skin, and you gotta leave your ego at the door. Because, bro, these customers will talk to you in some ways that you you'll tell yourself, like, man, I wish I could see that. I wish I could see that in a different, location. But the best way to avoid all that, man, is, knowing your craft. Like you say, man, going in there confident, knowing, what you're doing. Yeah, I'm at a point now, bro, humbly, they don't really bother me too much, you know what I'm saying? And if they do, I'll get them up out of there, flipping the script on them and being like, "Oh, your flow switches was open. You know how to check for that." Yes, absolutely, right? You have a flow meter, right? And they don't know. They're like, "Oh yeah, whatever." Then they'll just walk away, When I start making them uncomfortable by quizzing them, but man, when you don't know what you're doing, man, yeah, they like shut. And then the worst is this.
It's like blood in the water.
I listen to this. The worst is this. They feel like you don't know what you're doing, and then you kind of like know what you're doing, but then you turn around and have to give them the quote, like, "Oh, it's gonna be 385," and they're gonna look at you and be like, "Yo, bro, if you don't kick rocks," so like, you hurt yourself all the way around by not knowing, like, what you're doing, man. But it's so much to this, man. You gotta know the business side of it, processes, work management software, phone systems. I'm reading a book called The E-Myth Revisited, and that's like a business book. And like, business in itself is a whole nother endeavor. So like, this is a real thing, man. Like appliance repair, if you choose to make it a career as a business owner, like it's a lot to this, man. From the technical side to the business side to the people side, marketing side, it entails a lot. The reward is good, like you said, 6 figures reward, but the game only gonna give you that if you give yourself to the game. You gotta be a student all facets of it, from business to marketing to soft skills, technical. It's all a package, man. It's the whole getup.
Yeah. There's people once they smell blood in the water, boy, they don't think you know what you're doing. They're standing there the whole time.
You can feel this. You can feel the heat on your neck. You drop a screw. You drop a screw. They'll be like, "Oh, I get it for you. Hold on. You need me to hold the screwdriver for you?"
Like right there. It's like crazy. Like, especially if they don't, if they don't speak the same language as you speak, it's like a language barrier. If it's just like they're older and they don't understand, or even if, I done ran into so many different situations, and some people just want to try to get over on you because they don't think you know what you're doing. Like one guy, I was over at his house recently, and he was telling me his refrigerator was smelling funny or something like this, freezer. And I'm like, okay. So he like, well, I get there, and he's like, well, he told me he put the refrigerator outside, and I'm like, it's the winter. I mean, it's the fall. Who puts their refrigerator outside in the backyard? So I get to the house, And I go in the backyard, look in the freezer. The refrigerator looked like they dropped that boy down the stairs. First off, it was like side by side. The doors were way off. And I open the freezer, and it looks like somebody put like lava or something in the bottom of the freezer. It was like burnt up really good. I'm like, how the hell does this happen that you got something burnt in the refrigerator? Like, so I'm looking to see if it's like a hole in it, like it was like a press or something caught on fire and it burnt through the thing. And I was trying to be nice to the guy. I told the guy, I said, man, it looks like, I don't know, something kind of, and this is one of those guys, he wanted them just to go, he bought another refrigerator. He wanted them to pay for him a new refrigerator. And the warranty company, sometimes they ask a lot of questions if,
Yeah.
whatever. So the guy, he kept pressing me about it. He like, well, what's going on? Why can't I get a new refrigerator? And then the warranty company's asking me like 1,000 questions, like, what's wrong with the refrigerator? I said, look, sir, it looks like you had ice buildup at the bottom of your freezer, refrigerator, or whatever, and you decided either to go with a blowtorch or a blow dryer, and you melted all into the bottom. That's just what happened. And he kind of got quiet. And the warranty company, it was asking me a bunch of questions. I was like, look, I got to tell you what. This is what it looks like to me. I don't know if he's going to confirm or deny it, but that's just what it was. So he probably got zip. He said he's still waiting on that check. I said, you might be waiting on that one, bro.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. That warranty life, man, that's another. In addition to them being like you said, shark that smell blood in the water, they also entitled, man. Those warranty customers, man, it's like before you knock on the door, bang, bang, bang. Oh, how you doing? I'm the technician. My name is Dejuan. Nice to meet you. Oh, okay, whatever. Here's my refrigerator. Can you call them and tell them I need a new one because you're like the fifth guy that's been out here. And before you can even get a shot at it, they're already like, hey, can you put a new one?
But the flip side of that, the bad side of that, I ran into that too. So I went to a customer's house one day, and they had their laundry room was on the second floor. So they had like a blue, like a light blue colored Samsung set, washer and dryer set. So the warranty company, I told them it needed the tub. It was having like the spider thing on the back of the tub. I told them they needed that, and the warranty company said, we're not going to go ahead and do that. We're going to send them a new one. So I came back ready to install a new one, cut the box open. Man, did they give them the plainest white cracker looking? That boy looked like a bottle of whiteout type of wash machine. Man, that guy's face just dropped. Like I guess he thought he was gonna get the nice blue color that he already had. They sent you the basic of the basic. He was sick.
Yeah.
The washing machine. They like, long as we get you going, we don't care how pretty it looks. You gotta mix the joints.
And what's your thing with COD, if you don't mind me asking?
I don't have a problem with it. I get a lot of COD from I get a lot of it from like I got my vehicle lettered and my business stuff on that. I'm starting to get a lot better with passing out my cards and business cards when I just start a general conversation. I'm not very good with social media. I'm working on it, but I'm not good with the whole social media thing. But I get CODs for that. But I need to. I'm working on some few things behind the scenes. CODs will be a lot better, but it's just a lot of times it's word of mouth, and it's kind of slow for me because, like I said, I do my couple jobs a day. If you see me out and about, you see my vehicle, you cut a call, and they set up appointments here and there. Or they like some people, they really love my work, and they'll refer me to their friends and family and things like that. I've had quite a bit of that, but I know it's a different game out here with the digital side of it. So I'm definitely not opposed to COD.
How much more time you got in your current job before you're gonna transition full time to appliance repair?
That's a funny question. So I technically have 9 more years.
How many?
Before I can retire from my current job with my pension, get a full pension and all that, right?
How many?
So 9 more years.
Damn. Oof.
Yeah, 9 more years. Yeah, so it's like right there. I can walk it down. So then the flip side of it is that I've been doing this, and then I've been talking to JT Hustles and and some of the people that I came up with and some of the people that associates with are making $30K a day doing other things. We're not even talking about appliance repair. We're talking about other passive income type of things.
Yeah.
So if it gets where it doesn't make sense for me to be here anymore. I'm making 30 to 60K a month, and I can be anywhere else in the world. I can be down there in Miami one week. I could be in
Word,
Barbados, and
word,
you know what I'm saying? It's like,
word,
you know, and you invest yourself, and you invest in you know, you put a lot of things to the side. You don't need it as much. You know what I'm saying?
word.
Which kind of sounds,
Nah,
you know, so you
bro,
got to kind of mindset.
bro, I salute you, homie.
That's
Bro, listen to me. I'm tapped in with you, bro. If had I known what I know now, what I had known when I first started, man, you know how minimal of a lifestyle I would have lived, and how much of all this appliance repair money I would throw into investments and this
yeah.
and that. But you know what happens though? I came at the ass backwards. I started making money and just started matching the lifestyle. Like, okay, you make this like, you know,
Right.
and now I'm catching myself having to double back. Like, man, I gotta create streams of income. And
Yeah.
yeah, and definitely you on the right path. And appliance repair will open that. And
Yeah.
again,
Yeah.
talking about that book, man, that E-Myth Revisited, the uh talking points of that is to work on your business, not in it, you know. And I'm not fit yet to elaborate on it because I ain't finished it yet and I ain't fully consumed and digested. But it's a dope book, and yeah, man, I'm with you. Appliance repair opens up the doors for other streams of incomes, man. So
Yeah,
look,
for sure.
brother,
Like, go ahead.
I know it's coming up on the hour mark, man, and I know you doing your thing. So I'm gonna make the best of the little time we got left. What's the plan then?
So my plan is, like I said, once we get that green light going, I come down to Miami. I'm definitely down for that to come down there and get some hands on. Like I said, I learn pretty quick. So if I get like a week's worth to really get it, I think I can really be moving and grooving up here. Um, and if I'm making that type of money, I'm already into the market, the stock market, and all that good stuff like that, or whatever the case may be. But I'm definitely into the hell of investing and things like that, and passive income. That's really where it's at. You don't have to be somewhere to make money. Anything happens to you, you can be, you can still, keep everything going. Um, like I said, I got the 9 years left, but I'm really entertaining the whole thing of just getting out there and busting that 30 to 60K a month. And it's even better if I don't have to really pull my hair out to try to get it, you know, and put your nice little nest egg up of, because by the time I retire, I want to have like at least 2 mil in the bank, or 2 mil in invest, and actually, moving for me and working.
Bro, listen, I'm reading a book with Dave Ramsey, and it
Okay.
has to do with compounding interest.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah.
even that, if you put up X amount for
Mhm.
25 years, the plan I had put up was something like 1.4 million or something, right? If I continue to put X amount down at X amount of years.
Right.
But like if you live $100,000 lifestyle, which is common in appliance repair for business owners, like that's only 10 years worth of living off that retirement that's you did. So really a million ain't, pardon my French, but it ain't shit. You gotta have at
True.
least 2, 3 of those things to set you out for a 20, 30-year retirement. If you get up the game 65, 30 years, But again, my thing too is that
I can
this
retire early, man.
this
I think I don't even be close to 65. Like 65, I'll probably been retired for like 10, 13 years. I'm ready. I mean, I'm trying to
that
get it.
that's all
I'm
to
gonna
the
retire,
good, brother. Listen, but don't overlook one thing too. This appliance repair business that you're doing now is part of that
yeah, absolutely.
retirement. Because look,
This actually,
this
this is
number,
actually my first. Not this is the first thing that I've ever tried. 'Cause like I said, I've been searching for stuff for like 7 years. This is the first thing that I've ever gotten into that was really extremely turnkey, like the people told me it would be.
yo,
Everybody else says it's gonna be easy to get, but this is the first thing that you put the work in. It's turnkey.
It's a fact. And listen, one thing, this business that you're building now is creating a legacy. It's creating a brand and a reputation in your community of whatever you've invested all these years into it. That is worth something. I sold the business that I had built in California for 5 years. You know, I don't want to say the exact number, but it was well over, I'll just say 20K, well over that. You know, well, it was a nice number. And I had opened up that business for like 4 or 5 years, but that number was worth its weight in gold because that number ran 6 to 10 calls a day. There was warranty companies that it was open to. So you just have to just fulfill the orders and run it and execute. All the legwork was done. So this is part of that retirement thing that we talking about. At least my businesses. That's why I value my reputation and I value, my code of conduct. But brother, man, it sounds like you got your head on your shoulders, man, and definitely come out here. Let's when you come out here, we'll do part 2 of this interview. And I don't want to talk your ears off, but thank you for giving me some content. I haven't had a shop talk in a while, and I couldn't have chosen more suitable guests for tonight's show. Thank you.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. It's definitely an honor to be on here. Like I said, you can be anywhere in the world, but definitely I tune into the shop talks and I enjoy all the knowledge. And like I said, and I'm tuned in to Brother Rick, and like I said, shout out to all the alum, everybody in all my TMM family, all my Appliance Bootcamp family, just everybody. Let's get it. You know what I'm saying? It's enough out here for everybody.
It's a lot of the boot camp brothers that's over here. Shout out to the guys, man, over there, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, thanks for being on here, man. Just tap in, man. So let me know like a week in advance before you come out here. But yeah, man, I'll have some SEAL systems lined up for you. And like I said, at nighttime you can go to the Rick School and check out what he got going over there, and just give me like another month or 2, man. We gonna have the warehouse, the facility all ready for launch, man.
Well, guess it sounds like I'm gonna have to make 2 trips to Miami.
That's a fact.
One for sales systems and one for the warehouse. Yeah, sound like it. That's what it sounds like. That's what I'm about to do.
Yeah. That's a fact,
Miami,
man. Say again, bro.
For sure. I said in Miami don't sound like a bad place to be in the winter.
Nah, it's not at all, man. It's not at all. Brother, listen, man, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart, bro. You've been A1 from day one, man. God bless you. Love, peace, and harmony. You can be anywhere in the world, but you here with me. Brother Dejuan, before we let you go, if anybody you want to promote anything, you got anything you want to get off your chest, websites, you want to promote, YouTube channels, Instagram, whatever?
I'm on Instagram, Midwest_marketplace. That's my Instagram handle. The Southwestern Michigan. I'm definitely out here. All Tri-County area. Yeah, I'm out here. Like I said, I'm always willing to help people. If you guys need service or whatever the case may be, I'm not hard to find. Midwest Marketplace on you Google it, appliance repair. I'm out here, got a website, all that. So I'm still putting everything together, but I mean I have a website, but I'm on it. I'm out here.
Word, that's what's up, well, bro.
Like
listen. Yo, my guy, I love you, bro, and I'll see you soon, homie. You be safe out there. Tell my boy Carl what up.
I will do. Love, peace, and harmony back at you. Have a great one.
And listen, let's get these steel systems going. I don't want to hear no more excuses. I'm gonna send you the LG how to replace the compressor. I'm gonna throw that at you. All right? I'm gonna send that to you soon. But let's get these compressors replaced, man.
Once I make that trip to Miami, you're not gonna hear no excuses for me. It's about to be out here.
That's how I like it. All right, big bro. Yo, I love you, man. Love, peace, and harmony. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Another episode of Shop Talk, YouTube's premier
off the clock appliance repair talk for off the clock appliance repair tips. I'm your host with the most brother Dejuan. You can be everywhere. Stand it up. We appreciate that. Good night, bro.
No, when people out of me, don't bother me. I love on the devil.